Oh yeah, it's time to chat about O-rings. Little bitty pieces of, who knows, that you put underneath the keycaps of your mechanical keyboard to soften and dampen the sound. I'm going to do that, do a few sound tests, and show you how to install them, and share a few tips and tricks, which I only recently learned, on how to make them more effective. Should you double up? Should you use 2 per key? I don't know. We'll find out. Oh yeah, that's all I got. Let's go. Okay, so I found the clackiest keyboard that I own. This is the MECH, the original one, with rose red linear switches on there. And let me just pull these things out. So O-rings are going to be rubber. It's important to note they actually make these in different thicknesses and different softness levels, if you will. These are, I think, 1.5 millimeters. These are like the cheapest ones I can find on Amazon, by the way. I paid $7 for a pack of like 150 or 200 of those things. I don't know. You will need a keycap puller for this process. I like to use these type of bad boys. I think I got this from, well, I think I got this with my GMK, actually. But you can get them nice and cheap on Amazon. So let's do a few little options here. One, underneath, we're going to slide it right on top of the stem. You can actually just put it on the stem like so, by the way. I've actually seen a few people do this. Just stick it on the stem right there. I'm actually gonna try that. Let's just do that for my G key right here. Oh, it's like stuck down. It's not going down and up. Maybe don't try it that way. That's interesting though. Let's try this on the F. This is the way I usually do it. You just slide it over, just like so. One pro tip is to not slide it all the way down. You're probably gonna have a little bit better effectiveness. Just put it over the top of your little stem cylinder there. I don't really know what else to call that. And then just press it on your switch. There you go, perfect. Now, let's do one more. Actually, I like that G is like stuck. Let's undo that. Let's not do whatever I did just there. I'm gonna try doubling up. Should you double up your O-rings? You can actually put 2 on there. So let's go back on this G, put 1 on there, and then slide another one right on top of it. Let's see if I can do that here. It's a little tough, a little tricky, but I did it. Now I have cat hair all over my keys. All right, doubled up there. Let's see if that actually makes a difference. Stick it on here, hopefully it doesn't get stuck. Nope, we're good to go. So let me move my mic and let's do a sound test. Okay, remember I put 1 O-ring under the F, 2 O-rings under the G, and that's all. So let's hear the non-O-rings first. Here is the 1 O-ring. So right off the bat, you can see when I type softer, it dampens the sound a lot. But when I type harder, there's not that much of a difference. Here's soft. Here's loud. Not a lot of difference. Now let's try the doubled up. If you're a loud typer or you game and you really want to dampen loud key presses, you might actually consider doubling up. But if you're just a normal typer or you're a little bit softer, 1 O-ring is probably going to be more than enough. It does dampen it quite a bit. One final note, these little rubber rings will actually decrease the overall travel distance of the switch. It's actually limiting it by like 2 millimeters or 1.5 millimeters, whatever the O-ring is, right? It's just important to know that it's going to feel quite a bit different. It's not only going to mute the sound, it's going to feel a little bit different. It's not going to go down quite as far. Shouldn't matter unless you're putting like 4 or 5 O-rings on here. It's going to function relatively the same. It's a very slight difference, but you will be able to tell. Now, my O-rings actually slid down, you can't see it, but all the way to the bottom of, or top of the keycap, I guess. But it won't always be the case. It's going to depend on your keycaps and your switches, and I recommend just slipping them right over the edge of the stem cylinder thingy in there. Don't You don't need to press them all the way back in. That's going to happen on autopilot when you put the switch in, but it's better just to slip it over to the side. I don't recommend putting them on your switch and then trying to stick the keycap back on there. That didn't work for me, as you saw. But that's really about it. It's nice and simple. If you type loud or you game loud, I recommend doubling up, probably. The good news is you can get packages like 200 of these bad boys for like $5 or $6. Else, a single rubber O-ring will probably be fine. By the way, you know the best way to get these out? It ain't your fingers. Just a keycap puller. You just pop them right out. Bloop. Oh, there's one already on the floor. Bloop. There's the second one. If I had to do another test, I'd probably order some pricier ones, some fancier ones from, I know the glorious GMMK, the glorious mechanical keyboard company, does actually make and sell their own, as do other keyboard manufacturers. I would guess you probably wouldn't be able to tell that big a difference. It would be very, very slight. So that's about it. Alrighty then. Thank you guys for watching. Hashtag like, comment, subscribe to KeebNews if you're a mechanical keyboard nerd like myself. Happy sound dampening, my friends. Okay.